Hello and namaskar everyone to my YouTube channel, The Uncut Room, where we daily discuss one editorial. And today is the 17th of December 2025, and we are going to discuss the editorial, which is Stepping Stone. So, this editorial is based on the recently introduced bill in the Lok Sabha, that is Shanti Bill. And yesterday, we also discussed a little bit about this in our editorial. So, let's deep dive into this editorial. So basically, they have in the starting phrase paragraph, they have mentioned that nuclear power contribute around 3% of the electricity generated in the India by 2024 and 2025. So basically, right now, that is 3% is nearly roughly 8.8 gigawatts. And what the government aim is to install 100 gigawatts to the nuclear capacity by 2047, including five indigenous small modular reactor by 2023. So basically, to achieve this, to install the 100 gigawatts, government wants to some private player should come and give the huge investment, which helps the government to achieve the target by 2047. For this, the government proposed Shanti Bill. So in the basically now moving forward, so by allowing the center to permit the nuclear energy activities through license to government entities and joint ventures, any other subject to the condition. So these are the things government being to meet 100 gigawatt target need require a large capital mobilization, and allowing license to non-government entities expanded the roster of the entity to share the conditional risks. So basically, in this phrase, the government is saying like they wants private players should come and help them to achieve the 100 gigawatts target, and large capital mobilization they need, and government is allowing giving them a license and approval for the non-government entity. So in their construction risk also. So we will discuss what the things the government is mentioning in this bill. And government in next line they have mentioned that Shanti also seeks to keep a most sensitive fuel cycle in the state control. So basically, the government aims is so in the nuclear power plant we need a enriched nuclear. So that thing is the most sensitive fuel. So government want take control completely on their hand, and while holding room for a private participation. So where the private participation role comes, so they role come in the plant delivery part in of the supply chain construction part. So government want these area private player come, and the most important thing should be in the hand of a government. Now moving towards the other scopes are basically yesterday we have also discussed the government cap 3000 crore. So basically, however, they have also for the liability factor, which is the one of the most important factor for the private investment, because if everything liability goes on them, if any repercussion is happened, so they will not interested. So government, what the government did here, so the government basically the maximum operator liability of a nuclear incident is 3000 crore. So government make one cap and told that only they have to pay if any incident is happened. And one more thing, the government clearly mentioned like the center is liable for nuclear damage beyond the operator's cap. It means center is liable if any damage is beyond the operator's cap, and also assume full liability for a non-government installation if in public install, or government should also take a full liability of any non-government installation which is like not which plant is not installed by the government, if that thing is in the public interest. So that is the something which attracts the private players. And the other thing is second Shanti requires operate to maintain a insurance and other financial securities, but it is exempted for the center nuclear installation. So this is the something government provide to the attract the private players. And other thing where the concern is finally India's nuclear governance need to address the regulatory independence, because right now create a statutory framework and the appointment independence. Basically they influence in the appointment. Center told the appointment of this post like by the influence of center and the Atomic Energy Commission will be decide. So it's saying that it will not conducive to increasing the public trust and may also deter investor confidence. So basically, this is the one point where they have told to see. So that's all a very small gist I want to give to about the editorial. I recommend you to go through this editorial now. It will be very helpful when you read by your own self. Thank you and everyone. Have a nice day.